I mean, come on, what is going on with the markets, right? I mean, will this pain never end? And especially when it comes to our plant stocks, will they just keep plummeting? Will there never be a bottom? Well, that's what we're going to talk about here on the PlantStock channel today. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're not, then welcome back. As always, I would appreciate an early thumbs up to help spread the video to more people out there. And if you want videos on plant-based companies like Beyond Meat, OTLY, Ttcf, the very good food company to name a few, 5 days a week at least, and make sure to subscribe and don't forget that bell button. And also, if you want to talk about these companies on a regular basis, daily basis, then take a look in the description if you want to be part of our free Discord channel where you actually get 5 morning briefings every week on what is going on in the market. All right, guys, thanks for the help. So guys, this is about 1.5 hours before the market actually opened. Yesterday was President's Day, so for this week is the first day of trading, which could mean that it could actually begin worse now on the Tuesday because people weren't able to sell yesterday. So just a heads up there. But also remember, since it is the pre-market, you never know. Things can change quite quickly when it actually opens up, but it could give us an indication, right? So if we take a look at Beyond, it is actually, it's basically jumping between 2% to 2.5%, and now 1.5. OTLY is up around 2, it's minus actually 2%, and the chef here has an incredible minus 4.85%, almost minus 5%. I mean, what is going on there? And VGFC, the very good food company, down almost 7% in the pre-market. And again, guys, things can change quickly. But again, what is going on? And I'm sorry to say, it is the same old story that seems to live around us constantly right now. The fear of Russia actually attacking the Ukraine now any day. And also Putin going out there and actually stating now that he supports these Ukrainian rebel states and their independence. And obviously that is going to annoy NATO a lot. President Biden has actually stated that he is willing to meet Putin in a few days, providing that they actually don't invade Ukraine. So hopefully if that actually happens, that could get these tensions down once again, and we could hope that. But for now, it does seem that a lot of European countries and overall in the West are planning to hit with more sanctions. So that won't probably make things better. And when it comes to the Fed, as we know, they're still planning to raise their rate hikes now in March. I would say that's probably not the biggest market changer right now. I still think it's the Russian situation. But we do know that we are expecting a 0.5% raise in March. And that could be a good thing because we need to fight this inflation, right? And when the market has been aware that this is going to happen, well, then maybe the magic can start to happen again, right? So if we just take a quick look first at Beyond Meat, we can see that on Friday actually went down almost 7%, and pre-market right now is up again to 2.5% minus. So what could be the reasons for Beyond Meat actually continuing to go down? But probably be prepared that this is going to be the case of basically all stocks out there right now. If you take a look at Tesla, Apple, Netflix, Disney, Meta, Amazon, they're all down also now pre-market. But I would say one of the biggest reasons is obviously that last week Beyond Meat got downgraded from $74 to $47 by Goldman Sachs. And I would say it's not impossible that we might see that number. So obviously that's not going to help matters. And then also, I do believe that earnings is coming up now on Thursdays, guys. And I think people are worried about that. And one of the reasons I think they're worried is that in Q3, Beyond Meat actually lowered expectations, right? So if that was that they're lowballing it or not, that could get people to get worried, right? And what we could expect. So this might be a preventative thing that they start selling off now if they are expecting really bad numbers. And let's not forget that this stock is one of the most heavily shorted stocks in the whole market. Here on Seeking Alpha, it says it's around 34.5 short interest, and that is obviously very high. It's been up to over 40% at times, but still 34.5 is really high. And then we have OTLY, my Swedish OTLY, that is ticker symbol OTLY, and it's also trading in the NASDAQ like most of these. It actually went down 4.65% on Friday. Weren't doing very well either last week. And if we take a look at the pre-market, is actually now around -2%. And it's been up and down there, but between actually 1.5 to -4%. So it is going up and down. We don't know what's going on. Like I think a lot of people feel regarding the market, we don't know what's going on. So why is this going down? And obviously this is also a shorted stock, but a problem with OTLY is that we barely get any information from the company. They're very silent. They've been very silent for several months, and they tend to just focus on doing their job, it seems. But obviously this could be a problem because soon their Q4 report is coming out too, and also they also lowered the expectations. And I do believe actually that when it comes to that, they actually got shorted pretty heavily during summer. The 124-page short report here from Spruce Point Management that obviously had a clear agenda of what they wrote. They wrote extremely a lot of negativity about the company. And I would say they did a really good job because it's probably very fresh in people's memories. And considering that OTLY almost never comes out with any information. They went out quickly after the reports over a half a year ago and obviously denounced this. They said it was basically bullcrap, but they haven't talked about it more in detail. So I think there's a chance that this will be fresh in people's minds when things go really badly in the overall market, right? And then we have YouTube's all-time favorite plant-based stock here, Ttcf, this chef, right? And the NASDAQ as well. They actually did pretty well on Friday when all the other companies in the PlantStock region basically went straight to Bahamas and went up about 2.65%. And that was really good news, and I was hoping that it could be an indication of something. But I saw early this morning that it was trading down again in the pre-market around -2%, 245, and now it's actually gotten worse. Latest numbers here is 7:29 a.m. Eastern Coast, right? So that's very recent, and it's down almost -5%. And this is also the case here that this company is extremely shorted. Short interest, almost 40%, 38.26%. So obviously it never gets a chance to breathe, just like Beyond Meat. It keeps getting shorted by investors, making that quick buck. But also another problem, I would say, we barely get any information from this company either. And that's going to be a problem in today's day and age where investors need some kind of confidence and confidence booster to believe in the management. And that's been issues with the management, as we know, when there, according to some people, seems to have been some shady activities there, right? And these are the kind of things I think people remember. And also I read an article that I'm going to talk about later on in another video soon, is that the problem is when it comes to the Q2 report and the Q3 report, it does seem that the management's guidance when it comes to how much in revenue they're actually going to get hasn't been accurate. So far, this seemed to be really uncertain, and this is also not going to provide a lot of confidence with investors. Now, it doesn't mean that they're not going to do really well, but that's just something to think about. And then we have one of the channels, used to be all-time favorite anyways, which is the very good food company, Very My Berry. I did a video about them yesterday. Take a look at it if you haven't seen it yet. Last week on Friday, it was down almost -3%, like most of our companies to some extent. And the pre-market actually looks a little bit more attractive than it did just about 2 minutes ago. It was down pre-market -6.5%. Now it is around -2.8%, so almost 3% there. We know this can change really quickly. And, why is this? Well, where should I begin, folks, right? I mean, besides the obvious when it comes to macroeconomics and this company being a really micro cap stock, it's just around, below actually $70 million in valuation. It's a very small company at the moment. It is everything regarding the CEO, basically, that's been going on the last couple of months. The so-called shady activities with house loans that has been based on stocks between the CEO and the co-founder, and was supposed to be paid back in December, but we're not getting any information about this. And this used to be a company that actually shot out information like once or twice a week for almost a year about anything that just happened. And then all of a sudden in the last couple of months, when things have been going badly for them, especially from investors' point of view, they're just all of a sudden quiet, and that's not a good look. And I know I'm going to sound like a broken record, but really, folks, this is just short-term noise. If you're in for the long term, things will most likely turn around again. And someone who's been doing this for a lot longer than me is Brian Feroldi, who actually had this to say the other day.
The stock market has been going down for weeks. Are you feeling nervous? Whenever I feel uneasy about the stock market, I simply pull up a chart of the S&P 500 and I keep zooming out.
Now, there's a reason why I actually showed you this from Brian Feroldi, not only to actually make you guys a bit more calmer, but it is that he is actually coming to the channel in the middle of April, and we're going to talk about why long-term investing is so important. And if you don't know about him, go check him out on Twitter. He is huge there. He has about 270,000 followers there, right? He's written his own book also about why does the stock market go up, right? I'm guessing we would want to learn more about that. He also has a dedicated YouTube channel where he's around 45,000 subscribers right now, and I think it's fairly new. So I'm really looking forward to having him on the channel and talking about why long-term investing rocks. All right, folks, that was it for today. I truly hope you got a lot of value from today's video. And as always, if you felt that way, then smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep being updated. And again, feel free to join our free Discord channel down below. And obviously, this was not financial advice, my own thoughts and opinions. Do your own due diligence. Hope to see you tomorrow, guys, and peace out.